Hello everyone, I'm back and today doing some more Road to Team of the Season, Landon Donovan. Now, I've only got 9,000 coins at the minute. Don't worry, I haven't gone out on a spending spree on packs or anything. I have invested it into a player who is currently in my trade pile. I'll just go to my trade pile quickly and show you who it is. Now, I have been buying and selling him quite a lot lately, but I picked up an inform Jack Wilshere for 35,000 coins, and you can normally sell him around 43, 44k when there are limited versions of him on the market. So I'm just going to keep that and try and sell it at 44k. But in Division 1 anyway, in our seasons, we've only played 2 games in Division 1 now. And we've won a game and we've also lost a game. So the next 4 games in this episode are going to shape our season and see if we're going to go for the title, if we're going to be safe, or if we're going to be relegated. So we'll kick off anyway in these games, and we'll start off with this one. And I come up against this guy. He's got a good team. I'll give him that. He's got a good back line. He's got pace at fullbacks, good goalkeeper, good solid centre-backs. But again, as I mentioned there, he's got a lot of pace. You know, Johnson, Lavezzi, Podolski, Torres, they're all about pace. And those fullbacks as well are going to cause me a bit of trouble. But anyway, we kick off here, and in the 14th minute, Marvel Wynn tries to leap up and head the ball back to Marchetti. But Torres sort of nudges him out the way, makes it hard for him, and the ball does drop to Torres in his path, and he sticks it in the bottom corner. And, you know, it was a good goal, I'll give him that. Again, he gets the ball here with Lavezzi outside the box, and that is a lovely through ball. He plays a lovely pass into Fernando Torres, and Torres with the nice finish. And 2-0 down within 30 minutes. I was wondering whether a comeback was even possible at this point, because he was absolutely all over me. But I get to half-time anyway. I defended well in that first half. There was nothing else to it, really. But as you'll see here with the match stats, I was getting absolutely obliterated by this guy. And I didn't even dream of a comeback at this point. I just wanted to, sort of consolidate. I get the ball there with Devire. He plays a lovely through ball over to Mattix. He weaves in and out of David Luiz, makes him look a bit silly. And what a finish by Darren Mattix. He puts it right in the onion bag, right in the top corner. And what a finish. 2-1, the comeback was on. But with 10 minutes to go, he did peg me back. And David Silva just sort of runs into the box. The defending was absolutely terrible by me. But David Silva has so much time and space in the box. He cuts in, and from 12 yards out, he puts it in the corner. And 3-1, that was game over, and I had lost that game. And, I think I knew I'd lost it as soon as those 2 goals went in, and there was nothing else to it. But as you'll see with the stats here, it was 3-1. I get my 400 coins, but I did pick up my game in the second half, and there wasn't really much in it come the end. In that second half, I probably deserved a little bit better than what I got, but, I didn't take my chances, so there you go. But we come to our next game, and this guy has got a team called Hispanos. Now, I was sort of assuming he was going to have a Spanish team because he had the Real Madrid badge, he had the name and everything, and he did have a Spanish team, but he didn't have a Spanish national. So he did have a Spanish national team. Sorry, he didn't have the first team though. He had a very, I like these sort of teams. He's got the sort of reserve team if there was going to be one for the Spanish team. So I was sort of optimistic about this because this guy didn't have a phenomenal world-class team. But look at that pass by David Beckham. An absolute ping by David Beckham to the feet of Darren Mattix, who has so much time behind the back line to put it in the top corner. And we'll just see that pass again, because that pass was incredible. I mean, when you see the technique that goes into it, absolutely incredible. You see there, he takes it on the volley, and he absolutely pings it over to Darren Mattix, and Darren Mattix finishes a treat. So 1-0 anyway, just before half-time. And that goal sort of, it was hard to get through his defence, and it was going to take one of them Beckham passes to get through. But he had a lot of possession, but I had more shots. But it was quite a boring game. But Darren Mattix gets the ball on the wing here. He cuts inside. He gets a bit lucky with the tackle, and he has so much space to drive into. He drives into the space, and he puts it in the bottom corner. And that is what Darren Mattix does. That is a typical Darren Mattix goal. But 2-0 anyway, and that was just after half-time. It gets the ball here in the 60th minute in my box, and he has a lot of time to pick a pass. Jesus Navas has so much time to pick a pass, and he just plays it into Pedro, and Pedro sweeps it in the bottom corner, and Marchetti was not getting to that. So 2-1, the comeback was kind of on, but Beckham takes the corner. The knockdown comes to Landon Donovan, and he absolutely fires at home. What a shot by Landon Donovan. And that's why I want Landon Donovan, team of the season, centre attack of mid, because out on that right, I feel like Landon Donovan's kind of wasted, In and around that box, Landon Donovan is going to be unstoppable. But 3-1, I get my 500 coins, and you'll see in the stats there, it was sort of, he had a lot of shots, but they were from long range. But we get our 3 points. We've got 6 games left now, and we need to get 6 points. And that's not entirely out of the question. So we'll kick on with these last 2 games, and this guy was had a good team. I actually really like this team, and it was sort of a typical Bundesliga team, but he had Mario Gomez in form, and he had the pace on the wings to complement Gomez. He also had Team of the Season Gonzalo Castro, and it was a good team. That's the sort of team I like to use, not necessarily come up against. But this guy, you know, he was good, and that Gonzalo Castro, he really did jobs on me. But he gets the ball here in the 5th minute, and look at that lucky deflection. Marchetti kicks the ball away from the striker. You know, it's a really well-timed run, but it falls to Bastian Schweinsteiger, and I was not, you know, that was unwarranted. But in the 8th minute, he whips a corner in, and Boateng puts it into the back of the net. And 2-0 inside 10 minutes. I was absolutely gutted at this point. But I get the ball straight from the kickoff. De Vaio, he gets the ball here, he runs at the defender, and he sticks it right in the onion bag, right in the bottom corner. And that was the 10th minute, so that was basically straight from the kickoff. And the comeback was sort of on at this point. And we get to half-time, and, you know, I wouldn't say I was dominating, but I was playing much better than this guy. And I really should have took my chances. And as you see there, look, 7 shots on target, 55% possession. But he gets the ball here with Gomez in the 72nd minute. He weaves in and out, and he puts it in the top corner. I couldn't really do anything about that. And that was pretty much, you know, I really, really thought it was game over. He puts it in the top corner. It's a lovely finish, and I didn't see any comeback on the cards. But Matix with the ball to Thierry Henry. Henry with a finish, hits the post, comes back to him, and he puts it in the back of the net. And that's 3-2, and that gives us a little bit of hope. De Vaio gets the ball here with 5 minutes to go. He gets the ball. He's got so much time. He rains down on Manuel Neuer, and he puts it in the back of the net. We got a bit of fortune with that, but 3-3, and I deserve nothing more than, you know, to get a win. So I thought, you know what, a point will do, and we come to the end of the game, and I got a point. You know, I was sort of content with that. I'll take a point considering that he was 3-1 up with 18, 17 minutes to go. You know, I'll take that point. So that point does help us a little bit, and we get our 400 coins. But as you see in the match details there, I really should have won, and with the amount of shots. But 7 points now anyway. We've got 5 games left, and you know, you sort of wonder whether what's gonna happen from now. I think the next 2 games are absolutely pivotal. But this guy has a French team anyway, and you come up against him, and he's got a French league team. Sorry, it's a good team. It's not exactly absolutely phenomenal, but Remy and Aubameyang are absolute class on Ultimate Team, and this guy, he knew how to use him. And as you'll see coming up here, it was a very good game. I mean, it wasn't exactly a ball draw, but he gets a corner anyway in the 14th minute. He whips it in, and again I concede yet another headed goal from the corner in the 14th minute. So 1-0 down, and then in the 22nd minute, Remy with his back to goal turns the defender really well, and he puts it in the back of the net. So there you go. But Marco De Vaio gets the ball, 1-2 with Darren Matix, and what a finish. He sees the keeper off his line, and from 20 yards on the half volley, he strikes it in the top corner, and what an absolute strike by Marco De Vaio. I was absolutely loving it at this point. What a finish. But we get the ball again, and in the 40th minute, we were 2-1 up. Matix gets so much time in the box, and he puts it in the back of the onion bag, and that's 2-2. And 2-2 within a couple of minutes, the comeback was complete, and you know, it was game on from here out. It was game on. So 2-2 anyway, but he gets the ball here with Remy just before half time. A lovely touch around Marchetti, and he puts it in the bottom corner. Not much I could do about that. You know, the defence were in no man's land, and Marchetti couldn't really do much about that lovely touch. But 3-2 anyway at half time. It was an even game in terms of shots. But he gets the ball here with Remy and puts it in the bottom corner. And that was in the 67th minute. It was Aubameyang, sorry. He gets in, that's the 67th minute. And we need 2 goals now to bring it back. Mattox plays a lovely ball to DeVio. That's straight from the kickoff, and DeVio puts it in over the goalkeeper, Mandanda, and it goes in and across the line. And the comeback again was on. This episode is all about comebacks, it seems. But Mattox gets the ball here, takes it around the goalkeeper, and he puts it in the far corner, past the defender on the line, and in the 75th minute, the comeback was complete. 4-4. And this game was incredible. It's a typical Ultimate Team game. And 4-4 was incredible. But he gets the ball with Menez again straight from the kickoff, and he puts it in the bottom corner. And it seemed like, we were going up, we were going to each other's ends and scoring. And that's what happened. But we got to the end of the game, and we couldn't salvage a point. Marvel Wynn did get sent off. There wasn't a sending off, but I couldn't be bothered to put the clip in. But we get 450 coins, I suppose, but we didn't get any points. And again, as you see there, it was such an even game. There's only one shot in it. So you see there anyway, our Jack Wilshere did not sell, but I will be trying to selling in between the episodes anyway. But we've got 4 games left, and we need to get 5 points. It's not entirely out of the question. But as you see here, I'm just listing Jack Wilshere again. But we will get to Team of the Season Landon Donovan by the end of this season. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you all next time.